What's good, everybody? It's Woodrow, and as you can see, we're looking at the DC Connect catalog for July 2023 for comics that will mainly be coming out in September 2023. And as is always the case, it's a very thin catalog. DC keeps these catalogs very tight and right, so let's jump right in. We've got I don't know, I mean, can you call it an event when there's always a Gotham-related kind of branded thing going on? But I guess technically this is another bad event. I feel like we have one every month, but whatever. Batman, Catwoman, the Gotham War battle lines. I mean, we are just in a world now where we've got slashes and colons after that. It's just, Anyway, I will not be reading any of this. I can't speak to it. Chip Zdarsky's writing the Battle Lines book. Over here we've got Red Hood by Matt Rosenberg. I don't know if this is supposed to be good or not. I'm pretty disconnected from Batman at present. Here's the titular Batman and Catwoman books. Batman and Robin there's a new Batman and Robin book here, written by Josh Williamson with Simone DeMeo on art. Finally, a book here I'm excited about. We had Kelly Thompson on the show a few weeks ago, right before I left for Italy, and she was a delightful guest as always. And she was very excited if you listen to that show, and we were excited about her plans for the book. I loved this when Gail Simone did it. It's one of the gateway books for me to become a full-time major DC reader, and I'm stoked that it's back. As I joked when the first issue was listed, this is the first Tom King book that is not in automatic order for me. I just don't think I'm into Batman villains enough to read a book about a Batman villain. So, so you'll have to tell me if I'm missing the boat there at some point. Brave and the Bold, coolness, I guess. I'm not reading it. Nightwing 106, definitely reading it. It's still Taylor and Redondo, and as long as they're on the book, I will be reading the book. It's that simple. Huge. Not only do we have Birds of Prey #1 and Batman, there's a lot. I should preface this. There's a ton of #1s in DC this month, as you would expect, because we are now 2 months past the. We just had the 2 months of the editorial Night Terrors, which we talked about when that launched 2 months ago. That generally DC does that as a bridge when they have a major reboot coming. To get everything in order, get all the schedules lined up, all of that, and that's exactly what we got. And so now we've got kind of the new DC catalog for the next year or two. And here we have Wonder Woman #1 by our buddy Tom King with art by Daniel Sampere. I know from talking to Tom a little bit about his plans on this book. I think you're going to be very impressed. It's pretty basic, right? A pretty basic equation. Tom's one of the very best writers in the business. I don't need to tell you that. That's not just because he's my friend. And it's rare when he doesn't knock it out of the park. And I think him getting a shot at Wonder Woman is going to be really cool. Really, really cool. We've got a new Flash #1. Cy Spurrier writing, Mike Diodato art. I will be passing on that. Power Girl #1, Lee Williams, Dudu Panseca, and Julio Ferreira. I've never been a massive Power Girl fan. It's not like I'm opposed to her, but she's never been a draw for me. But I'll be checking this book out because I like the creative team, so I'll at least give the first arc a try. And then similarly with Fire and Ice, Welcome to Smallville. It's written by Joanne Starr with art by Natasha Bustos of Moon Girl fame. The fact that they're pitching this as a raucous comedy has me excited, and that Terry Dodson cover doesn't hurt either. So I'll be checking both of these out and seeing if I want to stick around with them. Got a new Blue Beetle with a writer I'm not familiar with, Josh Trujillo, and art by Adrian Gutierrez. Well timed, given that we've got the movie coming out. I probably won't be checking this out, honestly. Jaime Reyes isn't a character I think I've ever glommed on enough to read his ongoing. And we've got a new John Stewart book, Green Lantern War Journal #1. This is a wait and see for me. It's written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, and I haven't really connected with him as a writer. With art by Montos, so I've never heard of. So I'll just have to wait and see what you all think of this, and if you're digging it, then I'll probably pick it up after it's already out. First issue of Green Lantern didn't do much for me, so I'm probably out on that. Same with Shazam. I am still sticking with Titans, though. Titans with Tom Taylor and Nicholas Scott. Superman, Josh Williamson and Gleb Melnikov, definitely. Green Arrow, yes. And Hawk Girl, yes. We've got the end of Superboy, The Man of Tomorrow, 6 of 6 here. Absolutely continuing to love Unstoppable Doom Patrol. Here we've got number 6 of 7 issues. Much props to the Cyndi Lauper title. DC's Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun. I'll not be ordering that. It's a little anthology like they do often. It's for $10, but I won't be ordering it, but I got to give them props for the name. Oh boy, this is amazing. I had no idea this was, or I guess I did know it was coming, but I had forgotten it was coming. It has been a minute since we got Rafael Grampa to draw anything that I've seen. And he is at or near the top of the list of artists who I do not have art from that I want to have art from. He is writing and drawing Batman Gargoyle of Gotham, a 4-issue prestige miniseries, 48 pages each issue. So it's going to be the most Grampa art we've seen in, well, geez, I guess since he did the Frank Miller DKR book, right? Which was, what, at least 5 years ago, maybe longer? So extremely excited. I can't wait for this. Superman Last Days of Lex Luthor by Wade and Hitch. Wade is a draw, Hitch is not a draw. I would have given this no thought whatsoever, but I was listening to the Challengers guys in Chicago, their podcast, and both Patrick and Dal said they loved the first issue and thought it was one of the better Superman stories they've read in a long time. So I'm intrigued now. I may pick up on that. And then we've got the continuation of what is now being built as the latest chapter, but of course, it seems like we have a never-ending series of these, but I enjoy them. The White Knight era of Batman, the aka Sean Murphy verse, with Generation Joker number 5. Not reading any of these. These are some collected editions here. Go through them quickly. Okay, we've got some more singles. Still reading World's Finest. I read the first 2 issues of City Boy, and I think I'm going to be dropping it. It's fine, but I just, we all have big Regina piles, and I just don't think that's going to ever rise to the top of the pile unless I make a concerted effort. Danger Street number 9, Fables 161 are both yeses. Peacemaker Tries Hard, it's been an absolute hoot. Spirit World, I very much enjoyed the first 2 issues of that, so I'm going to continue with that. Let's see here. We've got some more collections. Nothing new. These are mostly reprints or new formats for things. Certainly, most of the stuff you see on here is worth your time. I mean, Absolute Dark Knight, Batman Hush Saga, New Frontier, Ex Machina, Gotham by Gaslight, all very worthy stories to read if you haven't read them. We've got the new deluxe edition of Fables. I love that they're going to give us the exact same trade dress and print format of all the old hardcovers. It really warms my heart. This collects the 12 issues that we've been getting in this relaunch of Fables here, this 12-issue series that they're gifting us with. So I'm excited for that very much. Still waiting for the complete Human Target collection. I hope we're going to get it. And that'll do it. So, as usual, DC catalogs are pretty small, but a lot of good stuff this month. I'd say I'm interested in the new number ones more than I'm interested in more of them than I'm not, which is always good. And hopefully enough of them land that we've got a chock full list of DC stuff to read and enjoy. Peace.